Welcome to this video. My name is Sjoerd. Today I'm bringing you a tutorial how you can set up your own Tradingview account if you don't have one already. This is I highly recommend to do this because it's very important in my experience to keep an eye on the market, what it's doing. For example, back in 2018 when I first got into crypto. I was only using CoinMarketCap. I didn't know what really was going on in the market, and that was the cause to my first mistake. So if I wasn't ignorant and would just take an account to TradingView, I would have seen this trend over here: lower highs, lower lows. Everyone was talking about the 6K bottom, and I fell for the hype. So I stayed in, and of course we all know what happened after that. So as of today, we are in 2020, and if you have a TradingView account, for example, you can now see that we just rejected off the 200 daily moving average right over here. And for example, if you're only watching CoinMarketCap as of today, you won't see all those things. Yeah, you will see the red, and you will see okay, 8,600, nothing wrong. But in traditional markets, guys, 200 daily moving average is quite an important level, and as markets get above it and stay above it, find support on it, chances are you find a new uptrend and you can profit of that. Otherwise, on the other hand, if you don't and you stay below it or you get rejected, we'll see what happened. I don't know what the market is going to do. I'm going to see, just wait what the hand of Bitcoin is at this moment. It's a crucial moment in time, I think. Big difference between bull market or resume the downtrend towards maybe 6K. So I wanted to show you that, of course, and give you a tutorial today about how you can set up your own account. Stay until the end of the video because in the end I will tell you how you can get a pro account for free, 1 month trial with TradingView. And after the 1 month, you can continue to use it for free. So normally you would have to pay $14.95 per month, but I found a way to get a pro account for free. So I'll tell you more about that later. First, let's go into the settings and how you can set it up. So go to tradingview.com. As you can see, this is a general place for all markets. So especially if you're new to cryptocurrency, to the market, it's very wise to do so. So you can keep a better eye on what's going on. So here you can join for free and you can sign up. After you've done that, you will receive an email with a confirmation and with a free trial proposal. So yeah, I suggest you, I highly recommend to take the trial and to go over the plan and take the pro one, of course. After that, you have to fill in your own details and your own information, and you will be set up immediately. So to get to this settings, I'll explain you what you have to do. Let's take this off for a moment. Okay, so this is where we want to end the video on these settings. This is just a general video for the people who are new to crypto and to TradingView. So when I first came in, I didn't have TradingView and I didn't know how to set it up as well, and I found it quite difficult because there's so many options. So I hope this video helps you a lot, and you will take an account as well because it's very helpful. Okay, so let's go over to a naked chart. And this is how your chart will look like when you open your account and you go to chart. Over here, you go to chart, you will get this. Okay, so the first thing you want to do to set up your own TradingView account is go over to the left corner and on the top, and you want to go to dark color theme. In my opinion, it's way easier because it's nice and easy for your eyes. You can take a good look at it, and yeah, it's I think it's a nice option. So okay, so we've done that. Over here you have all kind of tools to do your own technical analysis, but we won't go too much into that for now. For now we'll just do the basics. So over here we have the wheel with the settings. Go into this option and you will receive appearance on the first chart. So go to background and select this one. And it's already on. So we go on to the next step. It's the vertical lines. We also want to make that the same color to get a clear chart, and also the horizontal lines all the same. I have opacity on 100, of course. All right, so check 3 times. Okay, looks good. Then we go to symbol and we go over to the candles. So this is about the color of the candles. These are the down candles. It's over here. That's good. That's fine. This one I like to change. You can of course use your own settings. You can change the colors how you like it. Some people like to use white, for example. I personally like to use the 6th option. Yes, this one. And then I change all the colors, of course, as well the borders and the widths. So we have a clear view, and you can keep this on. Okay, now we press OK. At least we have the candles in a nice color, so it's easy to see. Well, at the moment we are looking at Apple. Apple is going quite parabolic, as you can see. I remember end of 2018, I was considering to buy Apple, but of course I didn't. I saw these 3 green candles, and I thought I missed the boat, and so after that it went on a huge rally without me, which more than doubled in price. So very nice, of course, not so nice for me, but yeah, that's life, I guess. Okay, so let's go on to what we want to do today, which is of course Bitcoin. So yeah, over here you can make your own watch list of the cryptocurrencies you want to watch. So of course the first one, the biggest one for me, is of course Bitcoin. I like to use Bitstamp on all my charts. So you go over here and it will continually be added to your watch list. And of course we click on it and now we see the chart of Bitcoin. So yeah, over here you can zoom out. Of course, when in doubt, always zoom out, guys. It's way clearer. Okay, we had the big bubble into 2017. I came in 2018, didn't buy. Over here, I was working on my own company, which was a good learning experience, but didn't quite work out for me in the end. But okay, I moved on, and now I'm doing other things. One of the things is crypto, of course. I'm kind of a crypto enthusiast, as you can probably hear in my voice. So yeah, and then we had 2018, we had the bear market, downtrend. Okay, we had the capitulation, and yeah, if you didn't have TradingView at this moment, you couldn't tell this was accumulation phase. So yeah, most people were accumulating down here, especially the big institutions. They were buying up the coins for cheap. Retailers probably sold over here. Okay, I'm drawing is that good, but okay. Anyways, after that we had the big uptrend. So yeah, it's just way clearer to see. And now we are at a decision point for Bitcoin. Are we going to resume the downtrend to the downside? We break this level, this key level for Bitcoin. So we're going to see now we're above it. Are we going to stay above it? Or is this next week going to be a red one, just like over here? We had 2 green weeks. Everyone was very excited, and then we dumped down. So we'll have to see and wait. Future will tell. It's always a good strategy to let the market play out and see what happens, because you better want to be patient. I learned that over here. I was impatient, and of course the market dumped on me, and I had to sell and buy back over here, which was a good decision after all. But it wasn't very easy, because over here the sentiment was very negative. People were calling for 1k, 2k Bitcoin. And of course, when everyone thinks the price is going to go down, price is going to go up. So, and at this point in time, there's a lot of optimism in the market, and a lot of people think this is going to go up and up. And I'm just staying out until we can clear this level over. Let's see, this level over here, which is around 95, 9600. would be nice on a weekly level, would make me bullish, and certainly when we can win this level over here, we will really have a big uptrend. So that will be really exciting, but I'm just zooming out, waiting and see what's going to happen. Anyways, back to the continuation of the tutorial. As you can see, we're not quite there yet. Over here we have some more options, some volume over here, some moving averages which are important to identify the trend, and over here of course you have the full watch list. So what I want to do first, guys, is show you a couple of indicators you can use. Let's take this off for a second. This is all happened in the past. Okay, so you go over here on indicators, and you get the whole menu where you can choose what you want to add to the chart. So first off, we'll go to M of moving average over here, and we'll add that 3 times, in my opinion. 3 most important ones. You go over to settings right over here, and I always start with the 200 daily moving average. You can choose a color. I like this one in white because my opinion is the most important in markets. Now it's on a weekly time frame. You can shift to the daily over here. You can do that. You can choose your time frames. I always suggest to use higher time frames, guys. Try to zoom out. Don't look too much at the 1 and 4 hour chart. Of course, it's very tempting. I did it as well at the beginning. Look at the 1 minute and the 1 hour. As you can see, it's a lot of action going on, but high time frames are more important and have a higher preference. Okay, so we have our first moving average over first 3 moving averages. Okay, this one we're going to adjust as well. Same deal. So we have the 200, and I like to use the 20 and the 10 moving average to identify the trend. So what color can we give this? Let's do yellow. It's a bit too dark. Let's go over here. Okay, and then of course the last one. We can go over to the 10. Yes, and then I think we should do a little bit of a red color. Yeah, okay, that's decent. Okay, anyway, so what you can see over here is we are still below the 200 daily moving average, which is a very important indicator, certainly for traders who look at markets. Generally, when you're above 200 daily moving average, you're in an uptrend, which happened over here. We broke above it and we stayed above it, multiple closes, and we had higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and a rally, higher low, higher high, higher low, and low off top. So that was a clear uptrend. After that, the trend reversed. So that's a bit of an ugly line. The trend reversed, of course. We made lower highs and the same lows. After that, we had a big breakout. It was a 20% down move. So as you probably already know, or if you knew, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies are very volatile, guys. So do your own research. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose, of course. So we have our downtrend, of course, and now we have made a temporary bottom and are trying to get back into an uptrend. We have to wait and see what's going to happen over here. If we, for example, can stay above, I think, this level is a very important one. If we can stay above this and we can do another attempt to get above this resistance over here, that would be a good sign for the market. But for now, we have not enough information to confirm, so we have to wait and see what's going to happen. Okay, so these are of course important moving averages. Then we have the 20 and the 10. Most likely traders use this to identify the trend. So basically below the 10 and the 20 you are in a downtrend, as you can see over here. So over here we got above it, we pumped pretty hard. It was like 40% pump on one day. It was one of those nights I couldn't sleep after this pump, because the market was going insane. Everyone was getting really bullish, but after that, market turned back down. Below the average, retest, bearish retest. Most likely, you see this in markets. When you lose a level, you get a retest and you continue down. When you win a level, you get a bullish retest and you continue up. Anyways, we continued our downtrend, made a low at a bounce, made a new low, and then we reversed the trend. So okay, now we are back above it. So yeah, let's see if we can stay above it. As I said before, yeah, this level is very important. So as you can see, we would break those moving averages as well. We would be below all three, like over here, and it's possible maybe we will continue more downside. On the other hand, if we can keep this level and keep testing to the upside, yeah, it's probably going to give its way. And after that, I'm getting quite bullish because we will probably make a higher high. Okay, so that's the moving averages. Then I want you guys to take a look at the volume, which is a really important indicator as well. The volume profile. Okay, it's over here, of course. You can click on it and right click on settings. Here we have the growing candles. I like to light it up a little bit into 65. I think the color is good. Maybe, yeah, color is okay. Excuse me, that was not supposed to happen. Then we go over to this one. Yes, it's good. Also adjust the opacity 65, and then that's good to go. Okay, so yeah, over here the volume profile, of course. It's always good to keep an eye on the volume behind the move. Over here we had very high volume, big breakout. Everyone was getting really excited, but after that we had no follow through. So volume declined immediately. That's a bearish sign. Okay. So after that, yeah, we had quite some selling volume, not the biggest, but yeah, it's quite some volume coming in. So yeah, as well you can see we're getting close to maybe a reversal or a bounce. And of course that happened. So this is a good indicator to keep an eye on. And when the trend reverses, you most likely get higher volume as well. But as you can see again, we are losing a little bit of volume, a little bit of steam. If you want to be bullish on the market, you want to see continuation, buying pressure, and you want to keep the volume and keep the continuation going. So yeah, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's the volume profile. When we scale out to a weekly time frame, the moving averages will change with it. So now you see that the price is below the 20 moving average, which is a very important indicator as well. Generally, when the Bitcoin is above the 20 moving average, it's an uptrend. When we get below it, we are in a downtrend, going all the way back into the bull market of 2016, 2017. You can see this as well. It was a very important line. It got corrections towards it and got bought right back up, and over here as well. So keep an eye on that, guys. Do your own research. You can find it all in your own time, but yeah, just want to point it out, of course. Okay, so what can we see over here? The 200 weekly moving average is way lower than the price, and the 200 daily moving average we talked about before was above the price. So yeah, we're in a decision phase for Bitcoin. Are we going to see a new uptrend, or are we going to retest the 200 weekly moving average, which isn't a bad thing in general. When you come out of a bear market, you generally get an uptrend and you come back down to the 200 weekly moving average to make a higher low and to confirm that the bear market is over. And this is also a very important indicator a lot of traders look at. So of course this will continue to go up as the price is above it. And yeah, maybe, who knows, we will see a retest, a bullish retest, a new uptrend or consolidation. We'll have to find out. But so these are really interesting indicators to keep an eye on, as well on volume. What made me bearish in the summer of 2019 was the huge selling volume over here. It was starting to look a lot like distribution. So the Bitcoins, I bought one Bitcoin over here, to be honest, and at the breakout this week I bought another one. So yeah, I was 80% of my position was filled with Bitcoin and a little bit of altcoins. Not too much. After all, it was a good decision because Bitcoin outperformed most of the altcoins in this uptrend. So then we came to the 6K level, and as you will learn in this market when a lot of people think the 6K level will be a resistance level and we'll see a pullback. The market decides to do another way and do the unexpected. So yeah, I sold my Bitcoin at 6K and expected to buy it back lower, and instead of that we just I'll show you in a minute. We blasted right through, as you can see over here. Let's see, yeah. Okay, so this was the 6K level, and this was the point I sold my Bitcoin. And the next day, I came back from work, and yeah, the market shot up without me. So yeah, I had to buy back in at 6.9K. So that's a 10% Bitcoin loss. So on 2 Bitcoin, I lost 0.2 Bitcoin on that. But yeah, that's the learning experience as well, after all. But after that, the price kept on going up. We had a shoulder pattern over here and continued to go up after that. So yeah, it was an joyful ride, of course, as you can imagine. When we broke through this level and I bought back my Bitcoin at 6.9, I bought 2.5 Bitcoin, so 100% of my position, so to say. Yeah, it's of course a risk to always put all your money into, all your full position in, because it can always pull back later. But yeah, for me it was a bullish indication and a sign we were going to test up higher levels. And we bumped up to 9K in like 1 or 2 weeks. So yeah, it was a good decision after all. Okay, so that was just a little story about my experience so far. Let's see. Okay, so we have the moving averages over here. We have the volume over here. What next? Okay, let's make a list of the most important charts I find personally very important. So of course, first one is Bitcoin on Bitstamp. Then we have the CME futures. CME futures. It's also a good chart to keep an eye on. It has less days in it because the CME futures are open from Monday to Friday, and on the weekends they're closed, just like the stock markets and other traditional markets. So yeah, sometimes you can get a better picture of what's going on in the market. As well, on the CME futures, it's a big platform for institutions to either short Bitcoin or play long options, and to have an expiry date as well. And also for me, it's important to keep an eye on volume. Over here, you saw increase in volume as well on CME. So yeah, it's of course logical for people to get bullish after such a big move. This move was around 40%, backed by volume. So yeah, it's interesting to see what's going to happen. Sorry. Of course, we have the 200 daily moving average as well on the CME, and we stayed above it over here, got below it, and now we are back above it. So this is a good sign in general. If this can continue and also lead into the normal Bitcoin chart, and also get above the 200 daily moving average as well at 9200, that will be very positive. What you can learn about the CME as well is that when the market closes, and the normal Bitcoin market is of course always open 24/7, 365 days, that you get these gaps. So as you can see over here, the CME closed on Friday, and on Monday it opened way higher because we pumped on Saturday as well. So we have this liquidity gap, and normally you see these gaps get filled. So yeah, the price pulled back over here. And a lot of people, of course, became bullish again because they thought, okay, now we can go up, and then the market faked them out and continued the downtrend. Anyways, this is a good chart to take into account as well. It doesn't have too much future history because it came out in end of 2017, as you can see. It's also good to have to your list. Okay, let's move on. So Bitcoin, CME. Then we go to the Bitcoin dominance. The chart right over here. Yes, good to keep in mind as well. And certainly, if you're also investing into altcoins, generally when the Bitcoin dominance chart is in uptrend, it doesn't vote too well for the altcoins in general. Certainly for the majors such as Ethereum or XRP. Well, at the moment we broke the 200 moving average. We're closing below it, so that bodes well for altcoins. And on the weekly as well, the 200 weekly moving average. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we're about to close below this moving average, so that's bodes better for altcoins in the short term. Let's see what's going to happen. But anyway, good to keep in mind as well. The dominance, always keep an eye on this. Yeah, 2017, of course, we had the big ICO bubble. Dominance used to be 95%, guys. It flipped all the way back to 35. So yeah, as you can see, in a few years' time, a lot can happen in this market. Bitcoin tends to do the unexpected. I'll show you right here. So if you go back in time, 2000, yeah, start of 2016, 17, yeah, let's go over here. So yeah, we're still below the all-time high. The unexpected thing for Bitcoin to do at this point, certainly with the bottom at what price? Let's take the volume off for a second. Over here you can hide it. Yeah, we bottomed at 150 bucks. So yeah, at this moment in time, nobody was expecting Bitcoin to go to $20,000. A lot of people are capitulating, leaving the market, taking their loss. That's how markets work. And then after that, you see a new uptrend. So yeah, and yeah, we of course went up to 20,000. We had the big bubble, and then it popped. And then in 1 year time, we went from 20k back down to 3k. So yeah, from 1 year from I think at the start of 2017 the price was around 2,000 and it bumped up in 1 year to 20,000. So there's a 10x return. That's unheard of in the traditional markets. Let's go to 1st January. 1st of January 2017. Where is this? Yeah, over here. So as you can see, the price was around $1,000, guys. So in 1 year time, Bitcoin rose up 20x. Okay, that was quite unexpected for a lot of people, I can imagine. I can imagine it was also very hard to sell because you probably got the feeling Bitcoin was going to go up forever. But as soon as you can see as well on these moving averages, as soon as we lose them, it's time to sell. And after that we had a downtrend, of course. But yeah, so 1 year from $1,000 to 20,000, then in 1 year from 20,000 down to 3,000, and then the unexpected thing was to pump up all the way to 14,000 and to retest the monthly level. I'll show you as well. This is important as well because you need to zoom out always. Take the higher time frames into account. And we pumped up all the way to retest this close at 13.9. There's people who called this move after we came up around here, called the move up to here. It's also the golden pocket. It's an important retracement level, also very attractive for shorts, although I don't like to short Bitcoin, to be honest, in the uptrend. It's very dangerous. So yeah, if you were calling for 40k down here, everyone was going to call you crazy and nuts. But that's what Bitcoin tends to do, guys. It does the unexpected, so take that into account as well. And be careful with shorting Bitcoin as well on exchanges if you don't know what you're doing. For example, if you go short at this stage, so we have a big pump and you think, okay, going to go short, and the next day it continues to pump and pumps all the way up to temporary 3. A lot of people got wrecked on this move because we were in a big downtrend, and then within 24 hours the whole trend reversed and we pumped big time. This is like a 40% pump in maybe 48 hours, maybe 36. See? So very dangerous, of course. People who just waited for this move to happen were patient and saw this rejected and shorted over here. They did pretty well. So sometimes it's best to be patient in this market. Don't be afraid to miss out. Okay, so now, yeah, we are over here and we'll see what Bitcoin is going to do. Everyone expects us to go higher, so I think it's also possible that we are going to continue down and test the 200 moving average. And when we get over there, we will see what happens. Take it one step at a time, guys. When you first come into crypto, you like to think 5 steps ahead, but yeah, just look at what the chart is telling you instead of thinking what the chart is going to do. And that's a mistake a lot of new people make. They start to yeah, make all kinds of scenarios and think they can predict what the market is going to do. Nobody knows what the market is going to do. That's just my opinion and what I learned from my own experience as well and what works for me. Okay, I suggest we move on to the list. So we go on to the major altcoins, which of course is Ethereum at the moment. Bitstamp, we add it over here. Of course, altcoins are more volatile than Bitcoin, even more volatile. So yeah, this is a chart of Ethereum. Also below is 200 daily moving average, looking like a retest. So we'll see what retracement we're going to get. And as you can see, also altcoins can rip pretty hard on one day, 18% guys in the range. So yeah, quite exciting. Of course, as you can see, this market has a very low market cap considering to other markets. So yeah, volatility is to be expected. Okay, so let's move on to XRP. The problem solver of cross-border payments and the payment system. They are solving a difficult problem to transact money from currency to currency. So for example, from dollar to Mexican peso, they want to solve that problem, do it in real time and against very low cost. So quite exciting project in my opinion, but as you can see, it has a lot of selling pressure at the moment. We are making lower lows, and that's something new to be honest, because Bitcoin hasn't done this. Bitcoin made this low, let me see, 2018, yeah, over here. And after that for now we have a higher low, and XRP, for instance, doesn't have this. It bumped up, but it came down even harder. So yeah, quite some selling pressure, and institutions that are using XRP to do cross-border payments, of course they buy it, they send it to the other country, and they sell it immediately. So I think there's less holders in XRP, and yeah, maybe a little bit too much coins as well at the moment, but yeah, of course, it can change in the future. We'll see. Anyways, if you want to see how fast it is, just buy one and send it over to another, to a friend or to someone else, and in 5 seconds the transaction is completed. So that's quite a benefit for most people. Okay, so we have the majors over here. Then, as last, I'd like to introduce you to Litecoin as well. This is also an interesting coin in my opinion. It can pump very hard. It outperformed the whole market in 2019. It bottomed at around $24 if you take it from the close, and pumped up like almost 480% if you go to the close, yeah, 430%. That's quite insane. If you look at the monthly, this thing goes on the rip. 1, 2, 3, 4 months. 4 months. 3 to 4 x return. Anyways, guys, you can you now know how to make your own watch list. Of course, everyone has his own favorite projects. There's people who like VeChain, there's people who like Binance Coin, there's people who like Tron, Cardano, or even small caps. But personally, I only invest in top 10, top 20 coins. I don't go any lower because yeah, they are even more riskier. Of course, higher risk, higher reward if it turns out, but most projects I think are going to go away since the 2070 ICO bubble. So yeah, we'll have to find out and see what happens with that. And as well, you can see over here, the moving averages are very important to have because yeah, as you can see, we came up to it and retested it as resistance as we are below it. So you can see that technical analysis works, and you have to learn it step by step, and you can do your benefits with it. So for now, this is a bearish retest. We're going to have to wait to see how this candle closes. Of course, it's January the 19th, so always wait for the candle to close before making any adjustments. So there's 2 weeks more left into this candle, and then support it to see what the next month is going to do. What do we have more? Did I forget something? For myself, I like to keep an eye on the other stock markets, or on the other markets as well. So, for example, the stock market, which is just going up and up and up for years now. It's getting into greedy parabolic territory, as you can see, above the 200 weekly, and just going up and up and up. Dips are for buying mostly, and this is a real bull market, guys. As you can see, stairways pattern, up, correction, up, correction, up, correction, so like that. What we are seeing at the moment on Bitcoin is the opposite. So our markets never go up or down in a straight line. They always move with spikes. So lower high, lower low, spike, like this. And these moves take time to play out, and can reverse as well, of course, after time. Long term, I'm of course bullish on the cryptocurrency market and on Bitcoin as well. Of course, if I say Bitcoin, I also mean the cryptocurrency market in general. If I weren't bullish on the market in the long term, I wouldn't be making this video, I think. So that's that. What want we do to add more? As well, I like to watch the Dutch stock market as well. It's always good to follow those trends as well. On other stock markets, for example, gold, you can just choose your own preferences, and they will just be added to the list. And for example, Apple. The stock that has been going parabolic, as you saw at the beginning of this video. If you look at this chart, guys, this is getting quite insane. But how many candles are this? These are seven green bars in a row. Looks like Bitcoin in 2017, to be honest, but a little bit slight lower candles. What do we have over here? 5 green candles, not bad, not bad. Just one red and then green again. So a lot of buying pressure on Apple. Of course, we all know why. I am an Apple fan as well, so it's, for me it's easy to understand this as well. Why they're doing a good business, and there's a lot of interest and a lot of interesting developments as well in the company. So yeah, guys, in general, good to keep up to date with the financial markets and to get this experience. Yes, certainly if you're in your early 20s or still in your 20s, just as I am, you can take this information for the rest of your investment career. So yeah, you can benefit from it, and certainly for the cryptocurrency market. In general, you want to buy in traditional markets. In general, you want to buy when things are going in a correction and when the prices are red, and then you get a bounce and you are above water. And when you first get into the markets, you tend to buy when the things are green, and then the market reverses, and then you are underwater. So that's not what you want to do. You want to buy support. So, for example, on this chart, let's go to the let's stay on the weekly. Oh, sorry. Over here. This is a clear resistance. Now we got above it, so it should be support. That's basic TA, same as over here. And this was we dropped below this level, then turned into resistance over here, and then we got above it and we rallied off of it. So if we come back to that level, it's support again, of course. Same over here. It was resistance. Over here it was support. Now it's resistance again, and now we got above it. So when we come back, it's a buying opportunity if you want to buy. I wouldn't be buying right now. Just wait and see what the market is going to do. On the other hand, if we can clear out this level over here, then I would be bullish and buy the retest probably of the resistance flipped into support and see if we can go up higher. So yeah, guys, I think I've discussed most of the important information about setting up your own Tradingview account. When I first came into crypto and I had to do it all myself, I didn't have a clear video of how to do the settings and do the most important indicators as well. So I had to find it out all myself, and as you can see, there's a lot of tools, so it can be quite confusing. So just keep it simple, guys, and learn step by step and take it step by step. The program you have received from Tradingview, it will only last for 1 month, and I've been using my Tradingview Pro account for more than a year now, and I've been using it for free. So if you want to do that as well, there's a possibility to do that. You can send me an email. I will put the link into the description, with the instructions how you can do that. You can just use your own account, and you have to do certain steps to get the account for free instead of paying $14.95, I think. Let's see. Yeah, $14.95 per month. So you can save that money. So I've done that until now. So that's more than a year. So that's around $180 I've saved on my Tradingview account. So I recommend to do the same, to get an account and to do the pro account for free. So yeah, if you want to do that, of course, just send me an email with a request, and I can give you the steps by mail. It's that easy. I hope this information was helpful to you. And if you have any further questions, you can also send me an email, and I will try to answer it with helpful information, of course. For now, guys, my opinion on the market, we are going to just see what's going to happen. See, the weekly close is coming up today. Today is the 19th, so yeah, it's of course the daily close on Sunday. Let's see how the day is looking. Yeah, looks like we're going to have a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a rejection over here. And yeah, it's exciting to see what's going to happen next week. Are we going to continue going up and retest the resistance, or are we going to see a red candle like over here and a new continuation of a downtrend? We'll have to wait and see. Better to wait for confirmation than to jump to the gun and go in too early, which happened to me over here. I jumped the gun. Mike Novogratz, a billionaire in this industry, was calling for 20,000 at the end of 2018. So I thought, oh yes, I need to be on board. I cannot miss this. Certainly after this pump as well. This happened on one day. It was a 10% pump. It was just FOMO, fear of missing out, guys. So don't be afraid to just let the market do its thing, and sit on the sidelines for a bit. See. Yeah, guys, so I'm going to finish the video here. So I highly recommend, of course, to get your own Tradingview account. You will receive the trial by mail. Get your one more free trial. And if you want to keep the trial, of course, or if you want to keep the pro account, send me an email. I will tell you what you can do. And also, you'll receive the instructions as well for the whole setup of the Tradingview settings. With the document as well, so you can use the video and the document to do it yourself. I hope this video was helpful for you. I'm going to leave it here. So this is Sjoerd, and I hope to see you in the next video. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid. Just hit me up and ask what you want to ask. And so we'll see what's going to happen. Okay, guys, peace out.